Welcome back to our Pathfinder Kingmaker series. And I leveled everybody up. As you can see, Illy now has level 8 spells. I got these two, Polar Ray and Sunburst. And she's got these over here. I want to try these out, see what they're like. Avril got Storm Bolts, Holy Aura, and Sunburst. Of course, I still have to rest, but I think we'll rest on the way. And the only one that could wear Ragongar's cloak was Ragongar, so I had to give it to him. And that's it. Let me check the kingdom real quick. 10, 13, 7, 14. Okay. One of these regions had only... Okay. Varnhold. That still has 3 more. That still has 2 more. I could probably do a Rastal's Holy Place. Okay, just looking at my upgrades. So, what does it take for Rastal's Holy Place? It takes Jod. Okay. I'll probably do this next. For Jod. Alright, let's mosey on out of here. We gotta go to Patax. Oh. I have to talk to Ragongar first. Alright. Talk to Ragongar and then we'll go to Patax. Main square. I was all ready to go. Let's see. Ragongar looks at the city below, dazed. Well, it's over. No accusations, no spitting in their faces, no big fight. Just a pile of scorched bones and some stupid story from an old fart. I'm not here to pry or to judge. I'm just glad I could help you. Thanks. And you know what? You can pry into my soul as much as you want. You've earned it. Full permission. It's not exactly a nice place in there, but it's not like we're strangers, right? It's a shame I couldn't meet my brother. Of course, he's in Pharasma's hands now. Just like the rest of them. Buried and, well, no, not forgotten. I'll remember this. Just left behind. I don't waste time looking for lessons in everything like Lindsay does. But if any conclusion can be drawn from this story, it's this. Let's not screw our lives like these pieces of crap did. You're my tribe. You, Octavia, the rest of our crazy gang, and I don't need anybody else. 28,800 XP. That's a lot of XP. That was a big chunk right there. Nice. That was probably like 10% of one of these levels.
I'll go ahead.
That's no joke at this level. At least it was worth it going through that. Okay, just had to turn the music back on. All right, let's head out. You can go away. Get my Eltana back. Now we're going to Patax. See if we can find the main city. Probably do that quest, killing those bandits. Let's get Eltana into her proper place. And then we shall teleport to Whispering Weald. Boomst. Let's go. We're going to do some mapping while we're over here, too. Let's go straight up.
I feel tired.
Eltana, you can go back to guard duty.
Why is Ragonga so... Ragonga? I love him terribly, but can he be just a tiny bit less Ragongarian?
Ragongarian? Yep, this is the way. Ooh, there's a city right there. No, not yet. It just hopped in. Let's go kill these bandits first, because I have to turn the quest in Patax. The treacherous rapids of the Patax River made it difficult to navigate. Those who dare often choose this bend as a rest stop or a camp. Our travels brought us to the little town surroundings in pursuit of the dastardly river pirates who have preyed on innocent merchants and travelers. It would have been nice to march in, knock some skulls together, and call it a day. But rumors suggested we were heavily outnumbered. Even worse, the villains had set up their camp in a defensible position in sight of their boats, protected by the river on one side, a thick forest on another side, and a sticky swamp on the third. Add in a bunch of sentries watching for intruders, and we were in trouble. Thank goodness our fearless leader had a plan. We circled around to approach from the woods, seeking some game trail or other path that could lead us through the undergrowth. Oh, come on. Are you kidding me? Our leader ably found an animal trail and led us deeper into the woods and toward the camp. We confidently followed, not knowing quite what had cleared the path. It soon became all too apparent when our leader's foot lodged in a large burrow, eliciting a menacing growl from beneath the earth. What followed was a brief and terrifying farce involving a family of badgers, low-hanging poison ivy, and some very choice words. I'll note that choosing this route was not my idea. We picked burrs from our cloaks as we reached the edge of the clearing. From there we could see that there wasn't one camp, there were two. The second was several hundred feet away, judging by the campfires, which meant that we could vanquish the pirates in one camp before the other could respond. Let's see, we made a rustling near the boats, hoping to lure and subdue a few sentries. No. Okay, she's got a 37. Bonus. Cannot be failed. It was exactly the plan you read about in Dashing Tales, and our enemies fell right into our trap. We quietly dispatched the sentries before launching our attack on the remaining pirates.
They should have known better.
Pirate Bard, Pirate Brawler. I think they're all already aggroed, aren't they? No time for buffs. How far does a bless reach? Prayer reaches a little farther, so go with prayer. You guys immediately stop and hold. Avril, prayer off.
We can do it!
Alright.
A solid plan.
Lana.
Forward!
There, Wolf, go up there.
Skills exceed
Avril.
yours.
Oops, Wolf, sorry. Avril. Someone up here casts slow, which sucks. Nova. Alana. Start
Aim
arching.
carefully.
Octavia. Okay. Alright, this is getting on my nerves. Octavia, cancel this freaking slow. Am I getting cutscened? Or are they getting reinforcements? Renshala Vaskari. A voice cuts through the din, roaring with such indignation that the fighting momentarily stops. What is going on here? Who dares attack my camp? The speaker is a suntanned woman wearing light blue traveling clothes with high boots, and an embroidered heron adorns one of her sleeves. She draws her weapon and takes a menacing step forward. I don't know who you are, and any patience I have to hear your excuses is as short-lived as you are. If you have something to say, make it good. Behind her, you can see more combatants approaching, but you have a few moments before they arrive. Knowledge world check passed. The blue outfit and the heron insignia indicate this is an important member of the Riversong Trade House of Patax, possibly a member of the controlling family. Joffrey Vaskari leads Trade House. Joffrey Vaskari leads Trade House or leads the Trade House? And this might be his sister, Renshala Vaskari. As you look down at the enemies you've slain, it seems you haven't attacked pirate. There should be an S at the end of that. You've killed influential merchants. This is all a terrible mistake. The well-dressed woman glowers at you. Explain, quickly. A playwright convinced us to hunt pirates in order to win the adoration of Patax's common folk. I was acting in good faith to chase off pirates, and I would have never attacked a Riversong convoy. Someone provided me misinformation, likely because they stood to profit if we killed each other. That's the one I'll do. Diplomacy 25. She should pass. Ah, at last a hint of wisdom. Yes, you're right. She thinks for a moment before continuing. Perhaps I was hasty to dismiss you as anything but dim-witted brigands. I am Rinshala Vaskari of the Riversong Trade House, not a pirate. Who provided you this misinformation? It was this guy, right? The playwright Imar Deschamps told us about the camp. Rinshala makes a disgusted sound. That man writes overblown dramas for a living, and you trusted him? What kind of fool would you have to be to... She trails off and peers at you more intently. Wait, are you Alana? I was warned that you might try something like this. She extracts a scroll from a tube and unrolls it for you to see. It clearly warns the Vaskari family that raiders sent by you would soon threaten her shipments. Judge Selvaway may be a bastard at times, but he sure knew you would attack my convoy. Give me a good reason I shouldn't throw your corpse to the eels. This is clearly a setup, but I have nothing more to add. Either you believe me or not. Make your choice. Rinshala considers your arguments. What did I roll? A 17. No matter how much I may want you dead now, it wouldn't be justice. I suspect there's more going on that I need to understand first. Here. She hands you the scroll from the magistrate. Use this to solve your mystery. Whether it leads you to Patax or Hades, I care not. For now, leave me space to bury the dead, and should I see you again, may the gods show you more mercy than you've shown today. Note from Selvaway. Well, that went south quick. It seems that King Aroveti doesn't care much for his subjects. The river pirates thrive by robbing defenseless civilians. Perhaps we could help somehow. I've spoken of, let's go there. Okay. Confront Imar. Imar set us up. Or was it someone else? We need to meet the dramaturge and Patax as soon as possible and find out what's going on. And Ragongar's done. So now it's to Patax. Man, I want to go to these places too, but let's get Octavia's thing done. Oh, a whole army of mean-looking guards awaited us at Patax's gates. They were led by a pompous buffoon named Walsh. Oh, I forgot to read the letter. Walsh Selloway, a Pataxian magistrate, no less. Leave now, your highness. King Aroveti's orders, he said. We looked at each other and... Kept remained of our dignity and turned away. Let me read this thing first. What was it called? Great. I'll find it. Bloodstained letter. It had Walsh Sullivan's name on it. Dirty notebook. It's not at the bottom. Torn books. Rifle's unsent letter. Cultist diary. What is this? Oh, there it is. Renshala, the Riversong House. Your trade house remains one of Patax's prides, bringing wealth and traffic to our noble city. While your independence is admirable, the River Kingdoms are no longer a place where free spirits and a fast blade are enough to ensure the safety of so prosperous a family. Twice you have spurned His Highness King Irovetti's offers of protection, and as his agent, I extend that offer once more, with a warning. The hordes of Alana grow increasingly restless, and tales of that monarch's ruthless savagery are confirmed more every day. As her gaze turns south to Patax, we would do well to stand together. Set aside any quarrels you may have with the king, and accept his guiding hand in these troubled times. Ever the servant of Patax and his people, Magistrate Walsh Salvaway. Alright, dealing with a politician. Oh. This time, Magistrate didn't even bother greeting us. Meeting the unfriendly gazes of the Pataxian soldiers, we decided to turn away. Well, that sucks. I can't even get into Patax now. Huh. Well, that kind of sucks. Doesn't seem like there's much I could do. I mean, I could adventure around, but I'll probably just head back. I can't get into Patax. That part is pretty screwed up. I can't talk to Selvey anymore. Peaceful travelers. Because I forgot to read the note. Part of me wants to just reload. But I think the autosave just kicked in. Skeletal salesman. I think he has the same stuff. Looks like it. Get some new stuff from your dragon patriarch. Man, that kind of sucks. Thought I'd be able to enter. Do something. I guess I just have to wait for some news.
I need to catch my breath.
Tranquil Glade. Room. Well, maybe we'll get another chance to talk to Selvey, but probably not. Let's just skip it day by day. I do want to rank up, but I want to wait for something to happen. Court intrigue. What is this? A treasurer from one of the neighboring countries has entered the borders of the kingdom on his way home from a business trip. Yesterday, a letter arrived at the castle, in which the country's counselor asked that his colleague be made to disappear, with the evidence pointing towards bandits. DC 27. I am going to give you a +10 and have you do that. So I don't want espionage to fail again, to drop again. Celebrity. A legendary scholar from Absalom is traveling the River Kingdoms, giving a series of lectures about the circulation of souls in the universe. A famous half-elf should be invited to the capital. Such a visit would greatly benefit the kingdom. Such a visit would greatly benefit the subjects of the kingdom. 9 days. Okay, what was the other thing? An advisor wants a word. There is news for the queen concerning another river kingdom. That's what I was waiting for. 9 days. Let's give it to Octavia. Let's make sure she succeeds. And return to the throne room. Of course, it's Lindsay. Congratulations, Alana. It looks like your subjects' efforts weren't wasted after all. The Black Marquis and his pirates that were prowling around here won't be attacking the kingdom. At least that's one problem off our hands. Okay. Was that something she was working on? I forgot what that was about. Skip a day. And she succeeded. Relations and Arcane. The genie binders were hidden at an abandoned estate, far from the cities and roads. In gratitude, they presented the Grand Diplomat with a couple of treatises covering with the magical arts of Jal Marais. Competition. A shooting and close combat contest will soon take place in the capital. Skillfully announced, the festival would attract visitors and bring fame to the kingdom. The festival might even compete with the Rushlight tournament. Who knows? DC 29. Sounds like something the storyteller would do. Okay. Skip a day. Skip a day. A Kundile. Triumph. Stability +10. Okay, good. The warden personally led the search. After finding the missing hero's body on the fringes of a giant swamp, he ordered the guards to check the surrounding area for lizard folk stashes. Soon after, a shield emblazoned with the dwarf's family crest was found. Nice. I had lost quite a bit of stability. The Law of the Pike again? Have Christian do it. Grand Diplomat can rank up. I'm just gonna skip a day until something with the tax. A notorious assassin from Daggermark has taken a contract on the Queen. We've seen this one before. Before the 1st of the 6th month. Skip one day. Triumph, Valerie. Wow. She rolled an 18. The advisor's servants arranged funeral services to commemorate the victims. The government pledged to rebuild the buildings that were destroyed and promised the peasants significant funds for the future development of their settlement. The children of the victims will receive free education at the capital. The people are grateful that they weren't left to fend for themselves. Community and loyalty. I want Jubilos to handle this one again, and I just have to give him one day. Why did unrest drop to worried? The treasure perished under mysterious circumstances. Soon after, an envoy with a heavy bag of gold came knocking on the castle's door. Got that BP back. It's because Jod failed. The priests failed to restrain the clever Fae. They only continued to spread their poison. Nightmares gripped the capital. Thanks, Jod. From stable to worried. Contagious madness. Jubilost, I want you to do this one, and I want to make sure you succeed. Let's see, the High Priest is already at a 6, same as the Treasurer. So I need... Probably going to support the Grand Diplomat here. Yep. Rank 5 relations. Triumph. The lector gleefully accepted the invitation to speak in the Queen's palace before the brightest minds of the River Kingdom. Relations +3, Divine +4, Arcane +7. That's very good. Competition, Triumph. Nice. He rolled a natural 20. The curator sent the bards on a mission to the local lands to announce the upcoming event. A great number of participants and spectators arrived for the festival. +2 military, +3 relations, +7 culture. Success. Good job. Loyalty +3. Training. Another Bartholomew training. Regions. Finally. The Cometlands might become a vast open-air archaeology museum and attract travelers from other countries and inspiring locals to study history. Effect: all museums in the kingdom provide +2 culture. National treasure. And I can finally claim Gunsword. Changelings. terrified parents swear that someone is taking their children and leaving something else in their place. Truly, these pale, dark-haired girls with huge eyes could be nothing other than changelings, the offspring of hags. Where are the real children? They must be found at once and the kidnapping stopped. Doppelganger on the throne. Tension is growing in the region. Rumor has it that a doppelganger sits upon the throne. The rabble are ready to grab their weapons, overthrow the false ruler, and liberate the true queen. This madness must be stopped before they devastate the country with their good intentions. Guess Valerie can do that. Lindsay is terrified. The bard raised an awful commotion in the castle. It's time to learn what happened. Curator needs your help. An advisor wants to discuss an urgent matter that concerns the kingdom's future. Your companions have come up with an unusual idea. An advisor, grand diplomat. All right. Changelings. I could probably have Octavia do this one. Takes 9 days. DC 33. Have Valerie do this one. DC 32. And the rest, I just have to go to the throne. What? Oh, I still got to do this. Immunity to fear. 20 days. 200 BP. I got the BP. Start working on that. Well, that means I can't do the other thing I was going to do. Rastal's holy place, because now he's doing that. Should have did that first. That takes 7 days. Oh well. Curses. More training for Bartholomew. Who can rank up? High priest, treasurer, counselor. Alright, let's check out these events. What? Lindsay? Lindsay's eyes glitter and her nostrils flare with rage. But for some reason, she speaks in a whisper. Such insolence. Such unforgettable, monstrous, unimaginable insolence. Just take some time to catch your breath and explain what happened. Lindsay catches her breath and continues to whisper. Your Highness, we've got a problem. A major problem. Look for yourself. The bard points her finger toward the far side of the throne room. My throne is gone. You raise your eyes. The place where the royal throne once stood is now empty. This is unexpected. I'm surprised by your self-control. If I were you, I'd go on a rampage. Shameless scum. How could they go and rob the royal palace with the queen still alive and well? In fact, our case is blatant and extraordinary, but hardly exceptional. Word on the streets is that the local population has become sick and tired of thieves. They break into people's homes, bypass the locks and latches, and steal everything they can. And now the scum has the guts to meddle with royal property. We need to sort this out before they steal the whole kingdom one brick at a time. And we need to get back your throne. It's shameful. Lindsay regains control of herself and continues in a low whisper. I really hope your people here won't go wagging their tongues and spreading filthy rumors. What were my guards doing? Lindsay flings her arms up. Well, you weren't on the throne at the time it was stolen, right? Our guards are trained to guard people, not furniture. The bard gives you a faint smile. Sure, if the throne was stolen with you still sitting on it, things would be much worse. It's not much consolation, though. Oh, if I manage to catch this thief? Lindsay shakes her head. Whatever your upcoming plans were, retrieving the throne must be your top priority. I dread to think how loud our neighbors will laugh if they learn of this disgrace. In your opinion, where should I begin this investigation? You should start with interrogating potential witnesses. I think the captain of the guard was in the palace when it happened. He was the one who discovered the throne was missing, at least. Then you should go to the city. I heard the smith was robbed recently, too. Maybe he can give you some clues. Also, if I were you, I'd talk to the trader. He might have some hints as to who may be selling stolen goods. Oh, and one more thing. Don't forget to visit the innkeeper. Who better to glean information from any troubled locals finding themselves in need of a shoulder to cry on? Time to get going. Runaway throne. Interview citizens. Yep. And I can't do any... Oh, I can. She's sitting on a stool. That's funny. And then Queen Alana proudly said, your evil deeds end now. Or is it better as we've uncovered your vile plan? Lindsay's trying to write something on the go, but she interrupts herself and looks up. Oh, Your Highness, we have unbelievably, terribly important news. We managed to find out, discover, invent, well, here. Lindsay points to the storyteller. He'll tell you. The storyteller waits patiently until Lindsay finishes her ardent speech. I will have to begin from afar to let you see what I saw with my blind eyes. The stolen lands are like a cradle in an abandoned house, in which the wind swings the skeleton of a child. No few newborn kingdoms have died here, just after taking their first breath. I have collected their stories, these precious stars that have been lost in the dust, and I began to notice some commonalities. It is like a pattern that repeats across different embroideries. The handwriting of the same author across all their stories. One word here, another hint there. False visions. References to a mysterious patroness, lover, and mentor. Tragic coincidences, strangely non-random. Peoples and countries were brought to destruction along different roads, but behind them, there always stood the same ominous shadow. And we know what that shadow is. Nerissa. The name sounds ominous even in the mouth of a restless bard. The evil nymph who sent monsters to our lands and did all that stuff to Tristan. But that's not even the most important thing. Most importantly, if you help us a bit, we can get her. Let's start from the beginning. How did you even come up with this? Well, it all started with the fact that I really wanted to listen to the storyteller's stories. I've been following him for a long time and asked and told him about our adventures. And sometimes I just sat beside him and we chatted. Finally, after I told him about the defaced sisters and all the horrors of the abandoned castle, he noticed that the stories seemed strangely similar to ones he'd heard before. What exactly are you going to do? Bards know how to send messages through dreams. I try not to use it. For some reason, people got mad when I appeared in their dreams to read my new poems. Of course they did. Well, The storyteller came up with a ritual based on that spell. We'll collect everything connected to Nerissa, everything, starting with her every track in the abandoned castle. After gathering everything, we'll unite his ability to tell stories with my ability to travel into dreams. So we'll be able to enter Nerissa's dream. Wonder if you guys heard that car driving by. It's a pity that we don't have that amulet with the string of hair that Nerissa gave you before the battle with the Stag Lord. You know, back when she was pretending to be a poor suffering nymph. With that, we could have finished all the preparations much faster and easier. I kept everything. I should have it. It's in my box of stuff. Should I have kept it in my inventory for this one particular dialogue scene that happens, what, 4 or 5 chapters later? What will we achieve by this? We'll learn all her evil secrets. The ritual will let us see her hidden thoughts and dreams. Well, theoretically, it's not like anyone's ever done this before. It can be dangerous, the storyteller says quietly. In dreams, monsters are more terrible than those we meet in the real world. But I urge you to not neglect this chance, Queen. You are opposed by a powerful enemy, one who has destroyed dozens of kingdoms and empires. If you do not meet her face to face, do not discover her weaknesses, your country will end up just another of my stories. Fine. I'll order you to be provided with everything you need. Get me results. Come to me after we finish the preparations. And remember that I cannot send anyone except you and Lindsay into Nerissa's dream world. Whatever you have to face, you will have to overcome together, and the path will likely be difficult. New event, a way into Nerissa's dream. Storyteller again. Your Highness, I was informed that various political newspapers and leaflets have become very popular amongst your subjects. Many criticize the authorities, and some publish gossip and rumors that might be unpleasant to you personally. However, the very appearance of these things and their popularity among the people are signs of the great success we've managed to achieve in education. I don't think we should act. If we try to stop the spread of such newspapers, we'll only be adding fuel to the fire. We'll leave everything as it is. We'll let them have their discussion and allow their readers to make up their own minds. My experience shows that only a free society is capable of criticizing and eliminating absurd ideas more effectively than 1,000 censors ever could. The river freedoms guarantee their freedom of speech. We will not interfere. We can't allow unknown agitators to undermine the people's respect for authority. I demand this newspaper be shut down and all political media banned. What is there to explain? Execute the slanderers. No. More stability. All right, the river freedoms guarantee their freedom of speech. We will not interfere. The words of a wise and confident ruler. I didn't want to pay 2 BP a week. There's an issue that demands your attention. 7 archers want to bring their fleet to Novoboro. allegedly to combat piracy, but in fact they simply can't accept that the elves of Kyonin are trading Dwarven wares with the Five Kings Mountains. Control over Novoboro would allow 7 archers to collect duties along this trade route. Both Kyonin and 7 archers are asking for diplomatic support. I think we should put 7 archers on a shorter leash. Their most recent step is just another attempt to take away someone else's living. We could also bring our own fleet to Novoboro to steal their initiative, but it's better we have Kyonin as an ally. We're probably going to... We'll stand up for Kyonin. Wonderful. We will let 7 archers know that we won't tolerate their brazen efforts to seize an honest trade route. Support the Grand Diplomat's endeavors and easier upgrades. Wonder what is easier upgrades. Is this Boken? Yep. Oil of Unholiness. Thank you, this will prove useful. Verask. Inner Demon. Thank you. Keep at it, Verask. Nazriel. Vein Finder. I just love her weapon names. I want something from you. I need a sword that's swift and tough. This blade will split a horse's hair and troll skin. Is this the bow dude? Chemo? Yep. Another whirlwind? Come on, dude. You already gave me one. If I do it, he's just gonna give me another freaking whirlwind, man. Thank you. You can continue your work. This Shaniha? Yep. Life Stopper. I thank you, Shania, the tulip. The Path of the Dreams. Help the storyteller prepare the ritual. My stool.
I shall not fail.
Let's see what weapons I got. Life Stopper. It's an S stock. Exotic weapon proficiency. Speed keen enhancement +4. Nobody can use it. A rapier. Vein Finder. Bleed +3 agile. Whirlwind. Composite +2. Inner Demon. It is as if a tiny flame were trapped inside this fiery opal. If this ring's wearer is a barbarian, it gives them the ability to use rage for 4 additional rounds per day. The only only barbarian I have already has one. And Boken gave me something. Okay. Do I have a life stopper already? Yep. A vein finder. Putrid blade. I don't see one. Whirlwind. There's one right there. Okay, it's gonna get sold. That's the Stag Lord's one. Oh, the necklace. What did I do with that necklace? The Nymph's Gift. See, I did have it. It just wasn't in my inventory. I'll put it in my inventory. This too. I wonder if things would have been different if I had it in my inventory. Let's get this red exclamation. Okay, your companions have come up with an unusual idea. Success +1 culture. Success +1 relations. Rank up. Curator. And the Grand Diplomat. Economy, easier upgrades, region claims, and upgrades cost 25% less. Magar, get that done. A way into Nerissa's dream. It is wise to know one's enemy. Our masters of arcane and divine arts are joining forces with Lindsay and the storyteller to look into the possibility of entering Nerissa's dream. 60 days. Octavia. Didn't I have an event up here that I want you to do? I'm going to make sure you do it. Doppelganger on the throne. 13 days. 13 days. This is the counselor, right? Okay. I'm going to have Ekundayo do this. And I'm going to make sure he succeeds. Because I want him to get stability points so he can rank up stability and get rid of this. Man, that's just +10? That's terrible. It should be higher. -1 from the kingdom stat. He's got a +5 as a leader bonus. Ugh, that's even worse. She's got a +7 as leader bonus. +8 to the stat rank. Let's rank up the counselor. But before I do that, was there a building I wanted to build here? I got everything. Pathfinder Lodge. Oh. I think I wanted to upgrade a couple. I didn't upgrade everything. Ever-flowing spring. Upgrade. Lighthouse. Erlane. Can't upgrade that. Oh, that's right. I have a temple to build, don't I? I thought I had Abadar's temple. I guess not. That can't be upgraded. Windmill, nope. A wall to Northern Bastion. Ooh, it helps stability, yes. That's nice. Royal Museum is here. Doran Bank, Pathfinder Lodge. Forge, even though I was trying to click on the store. Brewery. Halfling Brewery. Oh yeah, it's just the barracks I never upgraded. It's a garrison. I don't know how this one flew by me. Citadel. Helps stability. That's good. Magic shop. Nethys' library. Printing house. School. Erlene. Hospital. Noble Villa. Mansion. Festival? What is this? A mix of jousting and other festivities where brave fighters test their mettle against each other for the favor of the cheering crowd. It's too big. I can't fit it. Oh, I can. But I don't think I want that. I could build another Pathfinder Lodge. Shop, shrine, smithy, tannery, tavern. I thought I was supposed to be able to build a Temple of Abadar. But, alright. Lighthouse, yep. Can I build it in a different... I doubt it, but... Ooh, there's some upgrading that needs to be done here. Give them a stone wall. Upgrade to a town hall. Shania's workshop requires a city. I can't upgrade that. I can upgrade that. I can upgrade that. I already upgraded that. I can upgrade that. Temple. I can upgrade that. Monument. got a mage's tower. Sacred Grove. Mansion. Should give them an aviary. Town. Wait, do I already have a cistern? I don't think I do. They're here in the forest, so they can have one. And they have a windmill. They don't have a watchtower. It helps stability. I can use some stability. I can use a hospital here too. +1 to regent and or counselor when resolving situations in this region could help a lot. I don't have a barracks here, do I? Yeah, I do. I got a mansion right there. Can't build a watchtower. Put the tannery next to the mansion. Museum? Culture +3? I could put a park. That's just loyalty. So I put a fort next to the mansion. It's kind of messed up. Don't have a bank either here. Don't really need one. Well, I spent too much, so I'll hold off. Didn't get any espionage out of that, but I got a bit of stability. All right, let's rank up counselor. The Rushlight tournament. Support the counselor. How did you fail? Oh my God, man. He rolls a 2. I gave him so much, and he still screwed up. And she failed too. She rolled a 1. What is going on here? This is stupid. The advisor's hunters could not find and rescue the stolen children. The people are grumbling, furious, and terrified all at the same time. Well, at least Ikundayo succeeded. He rolled a 19. Man, that makes me mad. Used all those resources and they still failed. The guards performed night raids. They broke into the houses of the notorious rebels and delivered them to the palace. Seeing the queen in person convinced them that there was no doppelganger. They repented, gave up their rebellious ideas, and returned home ashamed. The decisive measure sent a message that it was a dangerous thing to rebel against the crown. Stability +6. Diamond in the rough. The Shrike Hills are the heart of your land, and they should become a true trading and cultural center. Effect. Every 2-slot building in this or adjacent upgraded regions that provides bonuses to economy, relations, or culture increases those bonuses by 1. Every 4-slot building in this or adjacent regions that provides bonuses to economy, relations, or culture increases those bonuses by 2. Iron Heart of the Land. Turn the whole region into your stronghold, safe from all enemies, foreign or domestic. Effect, +3 bonus to resolve any situation with the general, warden, or minister in this and all adjacent regions. Yes! Iron Heart of the Land sounds beautiful. Counselor awaits in the throne room. Lindsay brought bad news. Oh, Jesus. A new priest of Abadar, highest ranking priest of Abadar in the kingdom, has passed away. Now the clergy must elect a new leader. If any of the candidates should win, thanks to the Queen's support, their gratitude would be immeasurable. We've had that before. Rulers Competition. A semi-annual abundance competition between the rulers of the river kingdoms will soon begin. Each monarch will display the wealth of their lands and the enlightenment and happiness of their people. The winner's domain will receive blessings from Erastil's and Abdar's priests. Interesting. DC 36. Choking death again. The people's defenders. The Steel Falcons, enduring seekers of justice and patrons of the people, have proclaimed that the peasants of the kingdom are oppressed. Pretending justification, they have invaded the Stolen Lands. It's not called the Stolen Lands anymore. Come on. And are luring common people to Andoran, urging them to throw off the chains of oppression and resist the legitimate enforcement of the law. The rage of sky and wind. Gosra, the god of sky and wind, seems to be angry. The queen's subjects don't pay the deity enough tribute. If his wrath is not appeased, the kingdom will be beset by hurricanes, tornadoes, and floods. But how can one appease a god whose temper is like a storm? Map. Let me see. One of these has another. I still need to grab Dunsword up here. Horse breeding center. I'll probably do this one. Okay. Diamond in the rough. Doesn't sound that good. Yeah, I'll do that one. Glad I waited, because that one sounds amazing. And I have to do a Rascal's Holy Place. I already looked up there. Silver Shield Fortress. I want to know what this one is. So I'm probably going to do that one. What is Lindsay's bad news? Oh yeah, I gotta get my freaking throne. Lindsay's cheeks are flushed and she's out of breath. It seems like she must have run all the way to the throne room. Disaster. It's a disaster, Your Highness. What? Ha? Fire, Your Highness? Plague, Your Highness? I know I can always count on you for good news, Lindsay. What is it, Lindsay? The whole kingdom's on fire. Well, metaphorically speaking, and some of it literally. First of all, we've got armed gangs ranging along our border with Pataks, robbing and killing people, destroying food stores, and damaging any property they come across. Second, there are sudden and inexplicable monster attacks being reported all throughout your lands. And third, there are people out sowing dissent with rumors and songs, even handing out pamphlets mocking your failure to fix things, and encouraging the citizens to plead fealty to Irovetti instead. Our governors are panicking. They've had to use all the funds we budgeted them from the treasury on preventing riots and mass hysteria. Several provinces have already refused to attempt gathering taxes from the people, claiming that just trying would be tantamount to suicide. We don't have much time. There may be no troops marching against us, but more of our regions are under attack each day. We may not have catapults firing on the walls of our capital, but there's no doubt we're under siege. There are no battlefronts and no battalions, but there are plenty of victims. We've been attacked without reason and without declaration of war. We have only one option. To kick Irovetti's butt and show everyone in the River Kingdoms just who's the master around here. So you think Irovetti is behind all this? Who else could it be? Bandit attacks are increasing along our border with Pataks, and the bards spouting negative propaganda against you are singing the praises of Irovetti at the same time. He even invited you to the Rushlight tournament for the sole purpose of mocking you. Who else would backstab their opponents in such a low, conniving way? This is just like him. That nasty, slimy, fat-headed prick. If he were here right now, Lindsay clutches the air as though gripping the throat of an invisible enemy. Why am I just hearing about this now? At first, no one thought these isolated events could be part of some conspiracy. Even now, it's likely few have figured it out, but these events have all developed too quickly, and in what seems like a concerted effort, as though someone were pulling the strings from behind a curtain. And there's more than enough evidence tying these strings to Pataks. Do we have any definitive proof that would allow us to formally expose Irovetti? Not yet, but I'm sure the agents we hired will have something we can use. It's a good idea, though. Expose Irovetti. Show the whole world the dirty game he's playing. It would definitely help us. When you deal with his spies, be sure to keep your eyes open. Do we know who's spreading the propaganda? Yes and no. The bards handing out pamphlets and singing slander about you have been seen in city streets, but none have been caught. Obviously, someplace in Pataks is training these people and printing up their pamphlets, and judging by the style and quality of the text, someone from Pataks' Academy of Grand Arts was tasked with this mudslinging. I'd recognize their style of verse from a mile away. If I were you, that's where I'd start looking for agitators. What do we know about the monster attacks? The reports are controversial. They talk about things you wouldn't even hear in fairy tales. Educated wyverns, trolls wearing armor, even undetectable goblin ghosts. But all the testimonies agree on one thing. They emerge in small groups literally from nowhere. In the middle of a field, in the center of a city square, on fortress parapets. One inn reported monsters rushing into the common hall from bedrooms and storerooms. And in a temple nearby, the monsters fell down on the heads of the praying congregation, breaking through the roof with a wild roar. Just a few hours ago, A messenger showed up at the castle with a missive offering the services of a group of rangers who specialize in investigating mysterious cases similar to these. For a small fee, they're ready to facilitate establishing the nature of these inexplicable events. I suppose we should take them up on it. I have no idea how else we'd go about finding the source of these attacks. I thought the Stolen Lands were used to dealing with bandits. Thing is, they may be dressed like bandits, but they're behaving completely differently. Bandits wouldn't decimate the peasant population, burn their fields, and poison their wells when there wouldn't be anyone to extort next time. Much more profitable to just shake them down every once in a while. That's why local thugs tend to be well known, but nobody recognizes these new ones, and all that's left behind after their raids are corpses and scorched fields. It's gotten to the point that our bandits are fighting these outsiders. Some of the villages are even gathering weapons and supplies to help our bandits, because they at least let them live, but they're still losing. Enough talk, then. There's no time to waste. Fortunately, the situation could be worse. Your decisive victory in the Rushlight tournament really bolstered the people's faith in you and your abilities. Your skillful performance at the Rushlight tournament and repartee with the audience charmed the citizens of Patax and made your own subjects proud. It's funny how such nonsense can affect people's minds more than real feats and atrocities do. But this works out in our favor. Thanks to that victory, we'll have a little more time to deal with whatever vile acts that madman from Patax throws at us. Great. Your ready has started. Alana, a situation has developed. We must decide if we shall follow the letter of the law or do what my heart tells me is right. Travelers, merchant vessels roam the rivers of the Stolen Lands. They sell low-priced goods and bypass the official fees. They sell nothing special, of course. Cheap clothes, utensils, simple tools. These are lifesavers for our peasants who can afford little else. However, the merchants are unhappy with the current situation. They wish to fund a boat squad to hunt down and sink the travelers' boats. The merchants are allegedly enforcing the laws and fighting against the sales of stolen property. But in fact, they're only greedy to control the small percentage of goods that the travelers live on. It's up to you to decide what we should do. I'm sure you can see why this troubles me. We must interfere and prevent this injustice. Well, let the merchants know that their efforts are not required. If they touch any vessels that isn't theirs, we will have to resort to force. Thank you, Alana. The law doesn't always grant protection to those in need. The helping hand. Turval. Turval greets you with a half bow, Your Highness. Ultimate grip. I thank you for your gift. Boken again? Ha, greetings, my queen. I'm drowning in orders these days and barely have time to do them all. My regular clients have mostly been peasants and hunters, but arcanists are showing up from time to time. Not only do they pay me for potions, but they also help me create some of them. Here's the gift for you on this occasion. Oil of Bane everything? War of the River Kings. Things are heating up. Anything else? Nope. What did I get? Ultimate grip. This is the gift of Turval, the loyal defender of Varnhold and the court master that knows no equal in leatherworking. These gloves grant the wearer +6 enhancement bonus to strength, +4 enhancement to constitution, and the ability to cast Death Clutch once per day as a 15th level wizard. Wow. 6 to strength, 4 to con. Those are junk. I could give her these gloves and then she could get rid of this belt. +4 to con. That's +6 to con. I can't give it to him. She doesn't have any gloves. He's got gloves. He's got gloves. She's got gloves. She does not. I have a barbarian belt, don't I? I can give these to Amiri. 2220. 2420. Take off the belt. I think I might have sold that barbarian belt. Oh. At least I think I had a barbarian belt. But I could probably give that to someone else. Oil of Bane everything. Oil of Bane everything. Oil of Unholiness. One minute per level. This very adaptive oil can copy the effect of Bane everything. Okay. Guess it just makes whatever you do for that little bit have just Bane everything. That's kind of cool, at least. Is that all I got? Ultimate Grift? Yeah, that's all I got. Wow. All right, let's get rid of these red exclamation. Lindsay. Counselor waits in the throne room. What do I got? On the trail of monsters. Monsters sent by Iravetti are attacking your kingdom. Apparently, literally from out of nowhere. This threat must have some source, and a group of rangers has offered their services in finding it. Oh my god, 45 days. Arcane and espionage. Provides the counselor a +2 bonus when resolving situations. 14 days, that's reasonable. Support the counselor's endeavors. You start that. 45 days is a long time. Wow. Counselor, Grand Diplomat, Curator, High Priest, Treasurer. Let's... I want Jubilos to do this. I'm using these points a lot. Choking death. Only a Kundayo can do it, and I have to use these points again so he can succeed. Storyteller. He has to roll a natural 20 to succeed. Oh my god. Only Jod can do this one. What is Jod doing? He's back in 6. People's Defenders. I'll have a Miri on this one. Oh, man. 28 days. Oh, and there's a freaking -1. So it's impossible for him to do it. It's just an opportunity. I don't care about that. I still... Octavia, you're gonna have to do that. Nerissa's Dreams, god dang it. 60 days. Regions. I still gotta claim. Oh, I have to wait until Magar's back. In 16 days before I can claim that. Okay. So that means I'm gonna end the episode here, and next episode we're gonna go and see if I can find my chair. Look at this. Interview citizens. Help the storyteller prepare the ritual. To make this happen, the storyteller and I must collect things and memories. Preparations. The queen has to wait until everything is ready. Okay. And then this. Oppose the influence of Patax. King Irovetti plays an unfair game. Our only option is to grit our teeth and endure the influence of Patax and wait for an opportunity to counterattack. Find the propagandists, discover why the monsters are attacking, and find a way to deal with the bandits. The River's Justice. Stolen land. Barnhold vanishing. What did that say? When it finished, wait for news to come. Oh, it just gave me a check mark. Okay. Wow. Prologue. So this is chapter 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Or is this still part of the prologue? I don't know. I think this is chapter 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. War of the River Kings. All right. Oh, crap. All right. Well, I'll end the episode here and see you guys next time. Thanks for watching.